Alright, well, as you can see, it's May the 23rd, and I'm sitting here. Darn camera doesn't want to stay. Unbelievable. The camera doesn't want to stay looking. So as you can see, I'm still dealing with being stuck in Los Angeles with all this stuff, boxes. When they take your home from you, the only home you've known, and they keep impounding it from you. I guess you could call it poetic justice that so many people lost their houses. It just shows the basic nature of human greed. I had a house on wheels because I never wanted to be under any bank's thumb that they'll come get my house and foreclose if something bad happens, like I get sick or I don't have enough insurance, and then all of a sudden I lose the house. By being on wheels, by keeping all my stuff in vehicles, I had found the answer. But the city of Los Angeles and other cities in this country made up new laws that were on the books, some of them for a long time, some of them not so long, because many of them were challenged all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court decided that it was a violation of a person's civil rights. But those people had to spend $300 an hour for lawyers. They became slaves to those lawyers, when civil rights should be understood, period. It should be clearly understood that a civil right doesn't mean that you're going to get media attention when a violation of civil right takes place, that you only get media attention when it's severe enough, like Rodney King, or beatings that are taped on tape. The guy who taped Rodney King, the powers that be were so pissed off about that beating, about the guy who recorded it, that they went and checked his name out and found he had a warrant and arrested him. Get that. So I mean, people have forgotten all about that. And did this have to happen? Did O.J. Simpson really kill Nicole Simpson? No, he didn't. It's his son that did it, and he was protecting his son. And now the real picture's beginning to take shape, and people are beginning to go, hey, maybe that's what this was all about. A father protecting his own son, willing to go to court, willing to go through all that hell, and then end up in jail anyway. So anyway, but that's just my opinion from all the stuff that I've been seeing, for me putting it together. But on the other hand, talk about me again. Like I said, civil rights being violated over and over again, with them taking my property. This was something that should not have happened. But it did. And now I have nothing to show for my work other than, the stuff that you see here on the camera. And that's not enough, because I have to have a safe, secure place. And I never found a safe, secure place in Los Angeles. And when I got ready to move out, the very same powers that were making it almost impossible for me to exist here trapped me here, impounded my vehicles over and over again over a 10-year period, the last 10 years being the worst, until finally the last thing happened was the hardest, deepest cut of all. Besides me telling the American citizenship that they are the ones who murdered me, that they are the ones that have created terrorism with their tax-paying dollars of killing innocent children and innocent husbands, wives, cousins, relatives in other countries during these crappy wars, all because of one person named Saddam Hussein, or all because of one person named Idi Amin, or all because of one person and their evil government, and the United States playing like they're the big guy on the block, that they're going to go over and big brother on the block, they're going to protect everybody. It really needs to happen. The meteor needs to come here and wipe this land out. That's why now, now I'm going to back up and say something here. It's interesting how the way they manipulate the propagandic government here and the media propaganda, they're all in cahoots. It's interesting how they will cause a person like me pain and suffering, claiming, oh, you were in the wrong, you were violating this zoning law or that zoning law. Yeah, oh, that violation is so bad. A car in my backyard or a bus in my backyard is so nasty that you treat me worse than you treated Adolf Hitler or anybody else, or you treat me worse than the Nazis. At least the Nazis kill those Jews off. If I'd been killed off a long time ago, I wouldn't have any of these worries now. Why am I still alive? Let me tell you why. They're using me as a propaganda weapon, pushing the smart, intelligent man to the point, to the breaking point, where all I'm saying on these videos is the hate, anger, the disgust with every single person in this country, especially the people that pay taxes, citizens as well. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. If you have a portion of your personality that has contributed to all this pain and agony, you're guilty as well as the rest of them. It's like the teacher who turns around and asks the whole class, who threw that paper wad? The whole class doesn't say a word. Nobody wants to be a snitch. So then the teacher says, okay, you're all in detention after school. And of course they're all pissed off, but there's nothing anybody will do because the person who threw that wad was probably the bully of the school, and nobody wants to be in a fight with that bully at the end of the school day someplace on some vacant lot. No, here's what they do. They antagonize, they impede, they hurt people like me. They cause us to go into the area of hatred and anger and disgust and wanting them to all die, and then they tag them. They say, oh, that's an evil person. Listen to him. He's probably on the side of Al-Qaeda. He's siding with them. And they go, and now we can accuse him of being a terrorist. See, that's how they work. They antagonize you with their evil, contradictory laws, and then they call you something that they have made you. So, yeah. Right now I hear sirens. I heard sirens like a half hour ago, a lot of them. I hope that maybe another train is derailed and killed a bunch of people, like it did on Amtrak over there in Chatsworth up there when the train derailed. Killed a whole bunch of people, including one female police officer. Bravo! I'm glad she's dead, along with all the other cops in LA and all the gang members and all the fire department. A few of them got burnt a few weeks ago. That I clapped on that and drank a toast of champagne to that. And I don't drink, smoke, or do drugs, but boy, that day definitely required at least one tiny toast of champagne to the death of anybody who represents the gang attitude that the police and the government and the propaganda media does to people like me. So yeah, sure. And they'll use it all against me. They'll go onto YouTube. If I ever get any kind of attention, certainly not going to go, I'm not interested in blowing up buildings or anything like that. There's other crazy people out there that'll do it. It's like that guy who was setting fire to the cars in Hollywood. I applauded that too. I said, bravo. Of course, a person like me is going to applaud it after you've taken their home, 24 cars, 26-foot sailboat, 12 motorcycles, 3 semis, a handful of huge trucks. All of that stuff was supposed to help me move out of California, not trap me here. And so they just continued to hurt me, and take all of my possessions. All the cars and trucks were full of things that were going to go to another state, but they trapped me here. It started at Wilson's Canoga Feed, and now they're still doing it. So yeah, you might call me a supporter, not just of Al-Qaeda, but a supporter of any kind of bad karma that comes back on you people. Because you took a good person's life and destroyed me. Now, I don't care whether you're a good person or not. To me, you're only a good person if you're rich, got millions of dollars, and you're going to throw some my way so I can get the hell out of this damn stinking country. Because that's all it is. To me personally, it is a country of poison, and it is killing me. You took my supplements from me. You took everything I had that was important to my health, to my well-being, anything that I worked on, all my hobbies, all taken away from me. Now all this, All I really do have is junk. This really is junk. Can't be sold for anything. Nobody wants to pay for anything because there's no money. So what am I supposed to do? And I don't even know if this video is going to tape or not. So at 10 minutes, I'm going to give it a try and see if it loads.